Hey everybody, Scoutcrafter here again. It's Friday, TGIF. You made it through another week. And today we have the results of what you wanted to see restored. And I was shocked. I really didn't guess that. I thought it would be the big screwdriver, which came in second. But the hacksaw. I'm surprised at how many people wanted to see that hacksaw done. And rightly so. It's a beautiful piece. That's why I picked it up. However, there was one piece that I picked up that I knew nobody would pick, except for maybe Jeff Moss, the lock guy. But nobody would pick it out. And I said, you know what? We should do that first. I will do the hacksaw, but let's do that Corbin lock. That's a cute little lock, and I don't think you realize the potential of that. So let's go check it out. Okay, one thing I know you probably won't pick is the Corbin. So I'm going to clean this up just because I feel like doing it today. I straightened the key out. It was bent. I put it and just pushed it, a little bit. I clamped it in a vise and with my hands pushed it over. You got to be very careful because you can snap these. They were made of brass. So the key is straightened out. It does work well. But you can see here we have a lot of, grime and everything. So let's take it to the wire brush, take it down, clean up. We got some rust on the shackle. But overall, it's in good shape. Let's clean it. Okay, here's our post-wire brush evaluation. Now, this is a $2 lock at any time. It's not an expensive lock. But, we can have a little fun with it. It's Corbins were decent locks, but they would, So here's what we'll do. You see the end here. They were casted. They were over here. It's like a zinc alloy that they used, They weren't particularly heavy duty. It wasn't like a laminated lock. But what we can do here is we can polish up the sides a little bit to make it look a little better. And we'll see what we could do with some color and, make this lock presentable. And we're calling this project done. Corbin Locks has a quite a history to it. It started in 1849. The company was founded by Philip and Frank Corbin and a gentleman by the name of Ed Dewin. And they were out of New Britain, Connecticut. And look at, they had some really ornate locks and door handles and things like that. And you could see that in some of their, you could even see it in their key and whatnot. They had some beautiful designs. Now, this is a design I thought was just an attractive design, almost like an Art Deco design. And what's nice about this particular design is it's a nice size lock and it is attractive, but they painted it gray and it took away a lot of the character of what it could have looked like. And you can see what we did here: little Scoutcrafter red, little 40-year-old green, and some more red down here. And I want you to listen to this lock. Listen to it. I mean, it is, obviously lubricated, smooth as can be. This is a 70-80-year-old lock, and it still performs absolutely beautifully. And it does look nice, doesn't it? I think they could have sold a lot more if they would have sold it in this color, in this configuration, instead of that kind of gray they had. But Corbin locks, beautiful little padlock, something to look into for $3 or $4, whatever they run now. Very enjoyable lock to restore. Okay, next up, the tool that you wanted to see restored, most of you, so let's get right to it. Okay, so this is it. This is what most people wanted to see restored. I'm very shocked that they wanted to see the hacksaw restored, but let's see now. What I want to do is, because this is, has inside here, I'm going to give it a little vinegar soak. And then we'll come back and wire brush it. So take a look at what it looks like here. And you see the rust and whatnot. But it is very ornate, very beautiful. And let's throw it in the vinegar for a little while and come back and see what we can do. Here we are at our post-vinegar evaluation. And all we did was soak it in vinegar. Got a lot of the rust off, especially since inside the handle, And then we did it with baking soda and warm water to neutralize the vinegar. We did a little scraping with a hand wire brush, but now we're going to go to the wire brush. You can see, got some of the stuff off. We want to get in the grooves and stuff. So let's get to, I got to do 2 wire brushes, a firm and a soft. Okay, here's our post-wire brush evaluation, and you got to take a long time with the wire brush with this. Longer than almost any other step because, to get in all of these grooves here, that's important because whatever you're going to do, whether you're going to paint, but, clean it out later, but you have to get rid of all that rust, and we did. So this is now rust-free, And you can see we still have some pitting on the handles here, you know, a good deal of pitting. And, you know, banged up along the back side here and the inside. And so now that's when we take it to the sander and we smooth all that out. So let's do that. Now, you know my favorite part. Remember what this hacksaw looked like before we started. And we're calling this project done. I'm very shocked at how many people really wanted this one to be attempted. I mean, it was hands down a winner, but let me show you what we did here. I mean, I know that you wanted it because of its classic lines, and that's just what we did. We kept it in its classic lines with the black inlay in here, you know, highlighted. And took everything down so it's nice and smooth all the way around. You can see now. And on both sides here, you can see what we did. And polished everything out. The inside here that was all pitted up. And the handle was a lot of fun because what we did, take a good look at this handle here. You see what we did here? The handle, we did it with the Scout Crafter Red on the inside, the cutouts, the inside. And you could see here how that is. And we even painted the inside of the handle. And how we did that, we taped everything up except for one hole, this hole here. We taped everything up, and then we poured paint in here, and we shook it around and got everything out, and then we peeled the paint off and got all the paint out of there, and then let it dry. And then once it dried, then we highlighted all the edges here with the Scout Crafter Red. It's just that you could just pick it up, you know. I love it. And again, it's very ornate handle, polished out, very smooth, very nice in the hand, waxed. And this is what you want to see, and I guess you like it. I have a couple ornate hacksaws. The problem with this particular hacksaw is that the blade length. It is an 8.5-inch blade length, which was very common in the very early days, but those blades are very hard to find. 10 inches, 12, 14, very easy. 8.5-inch, hard to find. So I've seen a lot of guys, you know, try to cut down a regular hacksaw blade, but drilling that hole is tough. I found a way using a nail and melting my way through, but it is difficult. But here we have, and I just cleaned and painted the blade because it's going to be a display piece. I won't be using this. So what do you think? That's our hacksaw in the can from the project. Now for second place, you had this screwdriver that you wanted to see done because it's a massive piece of steel. And so we'll try and get that done for, this done for Monday. It looks like a fun project. Big old heavy piece of steel. Not many screws. So in closing, we got kind of a short one today. 2 projects in the can. I hope you enjoyed them. And thanks very much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Take care now. Bye-bye.